The man threw away the cigarette, he picked up the sniper rifle, and aimed at the fund broker who had ruined his family. After a gunshot rang out, the broker fell to the ground. Then he turned the muzzle of the gun and aimed at the financial elites in the building who were watching the commotion. Jim wanted to avenge the deceived common people. After shooting, Jim took out 2 grenades, put the rifle in his pocket, poured gasoline on the evidence, and destroyed it. Then, Jim walked across the street, put on a mask, and walked into the opposite building. Everyone was attracted by what was going on outside the window and didn't notice Jim behind them at all. Jim successfully got into the elevator and headed for the floor of the investment bank. The people in the investment bank were busy, but Jim walked in with a gun in his hand. He pointed the gun at a manager and noticed the photo on the table. The manager had a pregnant wife. This made Jim think of his own wife, so he let the man go. Then Jim rushed into the office and fired wildly inside. But there were too many swindlers here, so he put down his pistol, pulled the pin of a grenade, and threw it into the crowd. In the end, no one could escape Jim's gunfire. At this time, a large number of armed special police had arrived and quickly rushed to the floor where Jim was. Jim had walked into the boss's office, driven away the 2 secretaries, and left the boss behind. Jim took off his mask and sat in the boss's seat, but the boss remained calm in the face of Jim's gun. Learning that Jim had gone bankrupt because of him, the boss was very proud. Jim looked at the surveillance camera and decided to play a game with the boss. He put the pistol on the table and counted down 3 numbers. Whoever grabbed the pistol first would survive. However, the boss directly picked up the pistol. He pulled the trigger, but there were no bullets in the gun. Then the special police rushed in. The boss was shot dead on the spot by the special police, who mistook him for a criminal. Jim lay on the ground and was finally rescued as a hostage. But as soon as he got downstairs, a pair of hands rested on his shoulders. It turned out to be his police friend. Looking at Jim's appearance, the friend immediately understood everything. Then he sent Jim out. Another friend outside didn't say a word when he saw this. The 2 friends watched as Jim left this sinful place.